Good evening. Good evening, guys. Welcome back to Financial Independence. So, as I had promised you on Friday, I'm coming up with another interesting video which would help you to plan your trades not only in the coming sessions but also anytime in the future. So, before going that, let's look at what happened in the market on Friday. Currently, SS Nifty is 182 points down, Dow Jones is 500 points down, and it is very clearly that tomorrow it is going to be a gap down. So, we have to plan the trades accordingly for that. So any fall for tomorrow, 15,500 will be the sacrosanct levels where market will take the support, Nifty will take the support, and above 15,600, market will be back to bullish territory. 15,800 and 16,000 is where the sellers are writing the CE calls, which will be acting as the resistance for the coming sessions. So 16,000 and 15,500 is the sacrosanct levels which you have to look at where the market is going to trade in the coming sessions. So, but anyhow, we have to wait for the tomorrow's data where the sellers are going to write their strikes. So, if you see post the Fed meeting, this is on Tuesday. Wednesday, there was an announcement happened, and before that itself, there was an indecisiveness came into the market. Wednesday, there was a long unwinding. Thursday again, but it is also a expiry special. But then on Friday, 250 points down, and then it started recovered. But if you go to Dow Jones, the Dow Jones, if you see for the past more than 10 sessions, it is keep on falling. So we have to start connecting the dots. FIs are selling. FIs are keep selling. Okay. And Fed rates notice comes as rates are going to be increased and market started to fall. And what is actually affecting the equity markets is what we are going to see for today's video. So if you see the one of the factor is US dollar index rise. So whenever US dollar index rise happens, the equity sections get directly impacted by that. You can see this is the US dollar index futures daily chart. It is continuously increasing for the past 3 days. Our market started tanking for the past 3 days. FAE started selling. Their selling has increased. So how dollar index rise impacts the equity sections and the FII flows, commodity sections, the IT sector and the pharma sector is the one which you are going to look at the today's video. Let's switch to that presentation now. So how a rise in dollar index impacts FII flows and rupee, gold and IT stocks. So as you had seen, this is the one-day chart of US dollar index futures and it is rising. So what is US dollar index futures? So US dollar index measures the value of the USD related to a basket of 6 foreign currencies. Euro has the highest weightage on that, followed by the Japanese and the pound sterling. The INR or the rupee, which is our currency, is not in that basket of currencies. But any change in the dollar index has a direct implication on its value. Where does it affect is the depreciation and the appreciation of the INR, fund flows in the India's equity market, which is like FII flows. FII is buying in the market or selling in the market has direct impact on that. The profitability of the companies and import and export business, the companies who are having the import and export business with the US companies, then the dollar denominated corporate debits and commodities. So whenever the dollar index rise, the INR falls related to the US dollar and vice versa. And when the dollar index is falling, FIAs get high returns in terms of the dollar and vice versa. So another historical thing which we have to observe is the commodity prices. So the commodity prices have an inverse relationship to the dollar index. So the prices of the gold moves in the opposite direction to that of the dollar index. So what I'm trying to convey here is the commodity sections is having an inverse relationship to the dollar index, and we have to keep focus on that also. Whenever dollar index rates goes high, commodity sections gets affected. This is because During any uncertainty in the global economy, foreign investors generally increase their portfolio allocation towards safer assets like gold and US Treasury bonds. What happens is this leads to a high demand for the US dollars and a rise in the dollar index. Considering India, according to a report, India is owning around $518 billion as external debit. So a strong dollar index can impact their repayment also. So over the last few years, if you see, this has emerged as a key factor for determining the value of the rupee. Normally, healthy FII flows into India results in the strengthening of the INR, while heavy selling of the FIIs result in the weakening of the INR. The INR is a function of FII flows into equity and debit, as both entail foreign exchange flows into India. And if you see, FIIs already own more than 20% of Indian equities, and they are emerged as the most significant player in the Indian equity markets. So that's why we focus every time on the FII data more than the retailers, DAs, and pro section. On the sectoral front, depreciating INR benefits the bottom line of companies exporting goods or services. In India, IT and the pharma companies are the sectors which receive higher revenue in the US dollar terms. And IT companies alone receive more than 50% of their total revenue from the US. And if you see, the Nifty IT index was a top gainer and rose more than 35% last year. A 1% depreciation of INR translates to an increase of 25 to 35 BPS of EBITDA margins of IT companies. But most of the Indian IT companies hedge currency positions to safeguard against the rupee appreciations also. So in a nutshell, there is a direct implication of the dollar index on the INR USD, but in a few instances, the impact has been low as dollar index strengthened due to weakening of the euro. Also, even though the profitability of the IT and pharma stocks are impacted by changes in the dollar index, long-term factors like the end market growth and the deal wins and their impact on revenue growth are the biggest stock price drivers. So why do interest rates have to impact INR USD movement? The reason is fairly simple. When interest rates are hiked, then there is a greater preference for investing in the bonds of that country. Normally, higher interest rates are synonymous with a strong rupee and lower interest rates are synonymous with a weak rupee. In addition to that, the expectation of a GDP growth also triggers the strengthening of the INR. So REER. So what is REER? REER is a real effective exchange rate, which is a useful measure to determine whether the currency is fundamentally overvalued or undervalued. The trigger is normally inflation differential. For example, if Indian inflation is at 4% and US inflation is at 1%, then under normal circumstances, INR should depreciate by 3% each year against the US dollar. However, despite higher inflation compared to other developed nations, the elevated flows from FIIs and FDI ensures that despite having an overpriced REER, the INR continues to strengthen. So next we will look at the sectoral allocation in the Indian equity. So the top sectors which are allocated as per their percentage allocation is financial services, which is having 38.1 percentage. The next one is IT, which is 16.2 percentage. And today we are going to look at the next thing, which is pharma sector, 3.5 percentage. So why we are going to look at the IT and pharma is we are going to look at the companies which are getting directly benefited by the dollar index rise. So this is a pictorial, I mean like this is the company names, IT sector and their companies with their last traded prices and what is their percentage of changes in the 30 days and the past 365 days trend and what is their percentage of growth in the last 1 year. So you can see the companies like Infosys, Coforge, Mindtree, Emphasis. So these are the companies which are having the main business in the US. And as I said to you already, they are getting more than 50% of revenue from the in terms of US dollar index. So the next sector which is benefiting from US dollar index rise is the pharma sector. This is the representation of the companies which are having their last traded prices, their change, their past 30 days trend, their past 365 days trend, and their 1 year changes in the return of equity. So what the hint I'm trying to give is whenever the dollar index goes high, the equity sections get affected, the other sectors get affected, but we have to focus on the sectors which are directly benefited from that. In that section, Nifty and pharma is the one which is getting directly benefited. So we have to start connecting the dots whenever this happens, like Fed interest rates, meetings happens, what happens with the FI selling, whether they are selling or buying, whether the dollar index rises, what happens to the IT sector, what happens to the other sector. So when we start connecting these dots, we will get into a clear picture that what is the sector which will be in focus for the coming sessions. So this is not only for the coming sessions, anytime in the future, this will help you or benefit you to plan your trades accordingly. Whether you are an investor or a trader, this will benefit you directly. So hope this clarifies you. And if you like this video, please like and subscribe. If you have any comments or queries, please post in the comment sections. Let's clarify that. And if you have any suggestions also, please post in that. So let's wait for the tomorrow's data, how it is getting formed tomorrow. But this is the representation or the view for the future. So please focus on this and start learning, keep learning. Let's all grow together. Thanks guys. Have a great weekend.